Welcome to Lightning Ministries Daily Devotional. Today's topic, why bother Jesus? What a good question. Reading from John chapter 9, verses 1 through 7, where Jesus was on his way somewhere with his disciples, but he stopped to heal a man born blind. As you read today's passage, the Lord was on his way somewhere but stopped to heal a blind man, as I mentioned. Jesus could easily have passed by. Jesus was a busy man. After all, he allowed himself to be interrupted, or should I say, bothered. And one person's life was forever changed. Well, that was the blind man. That's why we have the verse in the Bible that says, I am the light of the world. Jesus said this before applying the mud to this man's sightless eyes. That's in verse 5, by the way. The thought of putting mud in a blind man's eyes to clear the vision might seem strange to you and I today. Not to say that it can't still be done. But Jewish onlookers may have recognized this as a medical practice for this particular time during this day in their time frame. Not to make that too complicated. It's even possible that they interrupted him or bothered him as a new act of creation, since mud could have reminded them of God forming Adam from the dust of the earth. Interesting perspective. But if such scriptural imagery was in fact Jesus' intention, it would have conveyed that Jesus truly was the Word and was with God in the beginning, one with himself. Now, whatever the reason for this unusual sounding treatment of dirt, we know that the dirt and saliva became holy as an instrument before Jesus. His healing hands were the power that ignited what he was doing on this man's eyes. Now, so let's consider this. What might God do in our midst and our prayers for his direction as we seek to love others through our time and attention each and every day? Good question. It's exciting for me, and I hope for you, to realize that if you and I were still willing to alter our plans, you and I may become a vessel of his healing work. You know, I've heard some pastors say, and I won't name any names, that they don't believe in healing. But my problem with that is that there's nowhere in Scripture that says that healing doesn't take place. It has to do with our faith. Do we believe it is true? Do we believe it will happen? And do we believe that we'll see it happen? Sometimes right in front of us. Sometimes it may be right after that. Sometimes it may be a day, maybe a few days, maybe a week, a month, whatever. But we don't put a time frame on God's structure. We're just obedient to do what God's called us to do. And that's to pray and ask for healing in every aspect of our lives. Don't underestimate what God can do. He is in control, whether you like it or not. Well, hopefully you like it more than not. But anyway, I want to thank you for listening today. I'd appreciate it if you leave us a comment. But regardless of what God will lead you or guide you to do, we want to thank you for this opportunity to share his love with you through this ministry. Have a blessed day.